Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buyer Agency in John L. Scott, Bothell. Here with July's monthly market update for the residential real estate market of King and Snohomish Counties, Washington. In this video, we'll look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of June, briefly checking in on how 30-year fixed mortgage rates have recently trended nationally, before moving on to look at key local market data that was sourced directly from this month's Northwest MLS public release. In these videos, we attempt to break down a handful of charts in a little detail before providing a complete summary of the current market outlook at the very end. If you just need some quick info on one specific market aspect, or you just like a summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. Depending on which platform you're watching this on, you'll find detailed chapters and timestamps on the video timeline and in the description below. All right then. That said, let's get started. Okay, we'll start off this month with the 30-year fixed mortgage rates provided by Freddie Mac. These are weekly average rates taken and produced every Thursday. So we ended May on May the 27th for 2.95%. Went up slightly at the beginning of June to 2.99%. Then we went back down slightly to 2.96% for the week ending June the 10th. Then for the week ending June 17th, we went down to 2.93%, then back up to 3.02% for the week ending June the 24th. And now for the first 2 full weeks, but 3 recording dates of July. For the week ending July the 1st, 2.98%, and then the average rate recorded July the 8th was 2.90%, and then for the week ending July the 15th, which is the most recent data record at the time of recording, the average 30-year fixed rate nationally reported by Freddie Mac was 2.88%. Okay, moving on to the local data, newly active listings. For the month of June, King County had 4,801 newly active listings, and Snohomish County had 2,008 newly active listings. In King County, that meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 9.81%, and in Snohomish County, that meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 14.29%. When we compared June of this year versus June of last year, we can see that in King County, newly active listings were actually up by approximately 16.90%. And in comparison, in Snohomish County, we were up approximately 30.05% in terms of newly active listings. Although, as stated before, some of the numbers in terms of listings for this time of year were a little skewed last year by the presence of COVID-19. Moving over to total active listings. For the month of June, King County had 2,257 total active listings, and Snohomish County had 610. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 13.13%. And in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 22%. When we compare this June versus June of 2020, we can see that in King County, total active listings were actually down by 34.98%. And in Snohomish County, they're down year over year by 44.19%. Just truly massive numbers in terms of decrease in total inventory available at the end of the month of June, year over year. Okay, quickly looking at pending sales. For the month of June, there were 4,351 total pending sales in King County, and Snohomish County had 1,926. Total pending sales here account for properties that went pending during the month, not inclusive of pendings that run over from previous months, with any property that may have gone pending more than one time during the month only being counted that single time. In King County, this means there was a month-to-month decrease in pending sales of approximately 0.64%, and in Snohomish County, there was a month-to-month increase in terms of pending sales of approximately 2.12%. When we compare this June versus June of last year, we can see that in King County, pending sales were actually up by approximately 8.10%, and in comparison, Snohomish County was up by approximately 4.22%. Okay, moving on to price charts. For the month of June, King County's median listing price was $750,000, and Snohomish County's median listing price was $699,997. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 1.35%. And in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 3.45%. When we compare this June versus June of 2020, we can see that in King County, the median listings price was actually down approximately 2.64%. While in comparison, Snohomish County's median listing price year over year was up by approximately 16.86%. And finally, last but certainly not least, we move on to the closing sales price chart. For June 2021, King County's median closing sales price was $779,919, while Snohomish County's median closing sales price was $675,000. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 0.63%, which, considering we're talking about median sales prices, doesn't really represent much of anything. While in Snohomish County, there was a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.05%. When we compare this June versus June of last year, we can see that in King County, the median sales price is actually up by approximately 15.54%. And in comparison, Snohomish County's median closing sales price year over year has increased approximately 29.42%. So excellent appreciation year over year in King County and dramatic appreciation in Snohomish County. So in summary, spurred on by a decent percentage increase in new listings coming to market, both King and Snohomish Counties saw a moderate but noticeable increase to the total available inventory on the market through June versus May of this year. This small increase in inventory will be a welcome respite to any would-be home buyers right now, as it may be temporarily providing a few more market options and a slightly better chance of getting into contract on any specific property, with the fractionally less relative competition. That said, it would still likely be prudent of buyers in this marketplace to try to make the most of this current opportunity, as it will most probably be fairly short-lived. In both counties, we are still down substantially on the inventory front year over year, and all in all, we are still sitting at an extremely depressed listing inventory level relative to demand. As 30-year fixed mortgage rates nationally over the last few weeks have continued to fail in any efforts to break cleanly and consistently above the average of 3%, all-time competitively low rates continue to provide strong financing options for both home buyers and homeowners looking to refi. In turn, if mortgage rates stay in the range of these historical lows, they may be anticipated to help continue to spur on rise in sales prices over the coming weeks. While sales prices in both counties only went up a relatively small amount in June versus May of this year, and may indeed, based on recent listings price data, be anticipated to temporarily flatten off or perhaps even decrease slightly through July, as we go into the end of the summer and the early fall, we might expect those closing sales prices to start rising substantially again. Okay, that does it for our July market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful and subscribe to the page or the channel. And feel free to reach out with any questions. Otherwise, I hope this finds you well. I hope you're having a relaxing and fun-filled July. And as always, stay safe out there and have a great one.